Take it away.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Fight Night. Only this time it's number 33. And we have a special guest this evening. We have Alec Martinez. Where are you from exactly?
So I fight out of Orlando, Florida.
Nice.
Primarily training with the Saber Legion, as well as training out of Swordmaster's HEMA Academy.
Nice. So
You
get
got
some HEMA in.
second place at TSL 5.
Very cool.
Very
Cool.
impressive.
Good. I'm Roland. That's Ryan. And we get to watch some Fight Night with Chicco, mainly as going to be the huge star tonight, apparently. So
A whole lot of Chicco.
this should be fun. We're all going to get to watch Chicco, so this is going to be fun.
Be great.
Yeah.
The ranch. Oof. I'm a little choppy.
Same. That seems to be smoothing out, though.
We know
There we
it's
go.
happy.
Yeah, much better. Yeah. Good job.
Excellent. So, Ryan, I remember watching you a whole lot at TSL 5, and your judge of spacing is excellent. You have a really good idea of exactly how close your opponent needs to be for you to trick them into thinking they're not in range.
My brother and I joke he's like Lordzilla, the Muay Thai fighter. Said that way.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, a great judge and character of distancing, and he's a Muay Thai fighter that he's practically entered the Matrix, and he's just. Woof, woof, woof.
Well, Roland, you may recognize what Chico's using there. That's Bertha.
Oh yeah, definitely. Big Bertha's
Kind of broke
nice.
its blade the first fight that day.
Ooh, good job. Keep
His
him
thrusts
dancing.
are on point.
Very good slip.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's been training with those. He's been talking to me every once in a while since we met in Tennessee. I know he works very, very hard on his technique.
Yep. Oof.
I'm ramping up for a Reuben, too.
Mm.
Think you might have graded me?
Way to come down on him. Oh,
I think so.
you got him. Yeah. Ah. Good on Chicco. Chico's still working his linear.
We've actually been working on it. You'll see. So this was 3 weeks ago. But when we move in past your fight, you'll see a lot more lateral movement. He's been working really hard on that.
Yeah.
He has a very good awareness of where the false edge of a blade would be, though, and he looks like he's manipulating that fairly well.
Yep.
Able to come down on top of your wrists after your cut is past him, instead of waiting to try and riposte fully after the move of the block.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Incredible speed, man.
Good job. Great. That's what I love about Chicco.
He's a really
so good to
positive
see
guy.
you.
Extremely.
Yeah.
I've never
How
heard
you
a
been?
bad word out of him.
Oh, this is my fight with him, so that's going to be cool. Everybody gets to watch him slaughter me.
I'm sure if it's. I think he did have more lateral in this. But,
Yep.
Alec, you'll like watching Roland fight. Roland is extremely aggressive.
Roland, what's your background?
Well, actually, mainly it's stage combat.
Okay.
But I did do some sport fencing, foil, and primarily now it's sort of Filipino martial arts. So you'll see.
Okay, so you have a lot of focus on your spatial awareness.
Yeah, triangular footwork and trying to make sure that I keep them essentially where I want them, but trying to move that. But
well, and even stage combat, what a lot of people don't always realize is how much you have to be aware of your distance on your opponent for different reasons than what people normally think about on the combat sports end. But it really trains very carefully, at least if you're training at a high level with it.
Yes, that tango dance that you have to do, you got to make sure that, the old exercise where everybody sort of practically ties a string around their waist to the other guy. Can you still keep that string taut? How much is it going too slack, too loose, or whatever else? And any of those other types of drills, any of that type of stuff is what practice. So yeah, distancing is really important for me. My gauging of distance for the blade, actually, especially with lightsaber combat, has really, it's like, oh, okay, I need to make sure that I'm just here and not there. And that half step, or actually not even a full half step, like just a couple of inches just too far away, is really where I'm beginning to sort of, okay, I need to gauge that. But
recognizing different people's blade lengths compared to yours, especially if you're changing between rule sets. It's an adaptation.
Yep. And it's fun.
All right, well, let's see it.
Yeah.
This is where we practice more often than not, is out here. Most of these are on my farm, but practice here because we got the lights.
Yep. And that was him getting the first two right off the bat there. Oh, and see, you're arguing with me.
Yeah, there's your lateral footwork. Good use of the strong edge of the blade to step to his side. That was good play. Catching him in the middle of his disengage, too.
Feel that thrust out of Chicco.
Oh, the lightning fast thrust, though.
Crazy. That's just crazy. Look at that.
Very good timing.
Yep.
I've tried to copy that, and I just can't quite get it right yet.
Yep.
Not like my thrust. Very different.
Yeah. Oh, that was definitely him. Dude. Yeah. The way he came just down right on top of that. That was great.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I try to find is, especially with Chicco or really everybody, is I'm trying to find, okay, I want to press here because maybe I want to go here, or I want to press here, maybe I want to go there. Testing and pushing and seeing what you're reacting to, and so I'll test different sides, and so I'm trying to make sure that what he's doing is consistent either from side to side, or do I need to be the one that's going linear? Depending on the fighter. And since definitely Chicco is, even in this, a little bit more linear, but he's doing some really good stuff here. I'll come all the way around practically one side or the other. That was...
Yeah, it looks like one of the spaces I really see you winning points here as well is as you enter, if you watch him disengage under, you're not letting him break that and reacting to his disengage, you're continuing the attack. It's a mistake I see a lot of less experienced fighters take, is they begin the attack, they see someone reacting to it, and they fall for that trap of reacting to the secondary attack instead of continuing what they could have hit.
Right, yeah.
You do a very good job of making sure you don't fall for that bait.
Yeah. We try to keep things moving and stuff. Vince is one that's just exploded in his fight growth. This one with Ryan versus Vince, he is such a good fighter. He's already has a fight background previous to this, but just to watch the way that he's now adapted to sort of our rule set and the way that we go, it's incredible. And you're seeing... He
did Taekwondo with the Dago here, the foam weapons. He did that for many, many years.
Yeah.
He's actually a really good fight fighter, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'll see a lot of that in him, but you'll just... The way that he moves. He's young. He's also a little bit shorter than me, but he just moves so well.
And that's not his normal kit So he took a couple of those Chicco thrusts early on, so we switched to something a little bit heavier.
A good thrust never feels great.
He's with a longer blade too there. Yeah.
So I like that's one of those bent blades from TSL 5.
Right. Who lost the tip?
The heat shrink came off.
Ah,
Okay.
that's crazy. I've never had heat shrink come off.
It starts to get a little bit older if you don't replace it quite soon enough, or if you got a little bit too wide a heat shrink and it doesn't get all the way on tight enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super common, but it can.
Hey!
Vince was going, "What you doing?"
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, good.
Those hanging guards can be tricky, but like one of the easiest tactics to get around them is just make people get tired of holding their arm up.
Excellent exchange.
Yeah. Back him up, Ryan. Back him up.
He stays very light on his feet. He's voiding that really well.
He's a dancer. Oof.
Excellent awareness of his arms, too. Oh, and he did not fall for that first overhand to block. He went straight in.
You would have? I was lying around and swimming.
Yeah.
I don't know who got there first. I saw Vince first.
Okay.
Did you? Yeah.
You moved him away like you're at AJ there, Ryan.
It just glanced the fabric when you.
I don't think I even hit him. I skipped past his blade and just turned it into a thrust. Just lightly tapped his chest.
See?
That was perfect timing. He lightly tapped my wrist there.
That's just gorgeous. Yes.
Oh, good. Oh.
Mm. Nice one. Oh. Good. Oh, okay.
Good continuation through after that shield how failed.
Is that health?
Poke.
Hello,
Suba.
Savior of fingers.
Yep.
Oh, nice catch.
I like the way he's switching hands. Good.
Yeah, because initially early on in the fight, I noticed that if somebody switched to the two-handed grip with their right hand on the pommel, you knew they were going to go into one of those whip strikes. And now you can see that neither fighter is following that pattern anymore.
Yeah. Very nice. Good
Excellent.
job. What a good fight.
Alright. So this is where it gets a little bit more wild. So the first one was more like a warm-up fight. The rest of them get a little bit more aggressive. So especially anytime Chico's in there, like I said, he was working a lot on that intensity, on that lateral movement, and it gets. I'm impressed.
Good. Yeah. With Vince being a dancer, you can't just stay linear. I don't care. He's having to move you. Oof.
Keep an eye on the
because
night
he's-
dog too, because he tries to bite Chico in the ass a couple times.
Chicco, 1-0. I got Vince.
Yeah, if you have somebody like how Vince is moving, where they stay really light on that front leg, even when it looks like they're planted and you think you have that strike, it's just going to disappear on you.
Yep.
Vince, 3-2.
And he stays really well inside that little hip box of between the knees and shoulders, so that his tip doesn't stray far enough outside. So if he misses, you're still in danger.
Boom. Yep. He's right there with that. Yeah.
Really nice tight technique.
Vince, 5-4.
Wasn't that underhand shot?
5-5.
Yeah, Vince.
Chicco, throw.
Good job, Chicco.
You okay? Was that
That
throw?
chunked him.
Oh, so that was legit hit. 6-5 then.
No, that's fine. I just exposed something I
Oh, man.
Nice. 7-5. No, get out of there. Go.
That was a very good combo.
I want to play. They're playing. I want to play.
It's a stick.
Vince,
Yep,
7-6.
It's a glowing stick. Come on. You can't tempt me like this.
Vince does a very good job with those under strikes coming up at the elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Chicco, 8-7.
And Chicco made the right adjustment there, where
Yeah.
if you raise the tip ahead of time, it gives your opponent the elbow, so he's letting the tip lead his weapon now.
9-8.
Yep.
Perfect.
Houston, go.
Oof.
Chicco, 10.
Excellent parry.
Well done. Good job.
Roll right into the next one. Chicco and I.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Good use of that edge range there, Ryan.
Ooh.
Not so good there, though.
Chicco.
I completely missed. Remember that when that hit, I was pissed too.
Oh, there you go. Oof.
Ryan.
I want to slobber. Slobber on Vince.
I think she
Ooh,
could've done it
good
in a
job, Chicco. Yeah.
Ooh, good cut.
Yep.
Chicco.
Ooh.
It looked like it might have wrapped and hit Chicco on the wrist. But I definitely saw Chicco's.
Really nice tight combos coming through from both of you.
I saw Chico's stick cleaner for sure. Sorry.
It looks like you're both trying to stay within that box of the hips to shoulders. Making these combinations very, very fast, and it's going to make it a lot harder for most people to make that secondary block.
Good. I love that exchange.
Nice.
Ooh. That knee.
Great void of the head there.
Yep.
Ryan, looked like you raised the top of his arm.
Up, up. Good comeback.
Ryan. Oh.
Here it is, your pinkies. That arm, nice.
Really good lateral movement to avoid that.
Ryan.
How is it
Your arm.
Nice.
fighting that one-handed gentleman style for you, Ryan, against Chicco when you
That's
can?
Alex style, actually.
Yeah.
I know he beat my ass with it.
Ryan.
How are you working out with it? You liking it?
No.
I still like my former one hand a little bit better, but it's different.
Yep.
Something I need to learn.
Yeah, the more styles you learn, the more versatile you can get, and the easier it is to adapt to those opponents who your traditional, what you normally do, isn't working against them.
Right.
Exactly.
You allow
We got one guy, Brooks, who's training very heavily in it right now. That was just good timing.
Well done.
Back to Chicco and Vince. So, like I said, he's going to get a little bit heavier on this, which is good. Also, a little bit prettier because it's darker now.
Okay.
Chicco 1-0.
That's a good forward cross step to get in there. Yeah, you're right. He's really using those angles a lot better to take the lateral step in.
I don't know if you hit me. I just heard.
Becomes much more of a chess match as opposed to the physical fight that it was before.
Yes, yes.
That was really nice.
And Vince's evasion was really good too. It just
Well, I had
you
just
got a really good read on it.
and he slipped it. Like, I took him out, but there was like at least 9 splits that night on the grass. Vince's ranging is pretty good, but I like to see is him block some of those Chicco.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes you can get a little bit overly reliant on your ability to range. It can kind of bite you when somebody is able to just slightly outread you.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a good job of cutting the angle now, though.
Yeah.
When I said that, it's pretty good.
Ooh.
I don't know, Chico's got to be running like an 80% success rate on that thrust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's pretty good.
It's just crazy.
Oh, come on.
Shoot.
Always get that in.
What I like about it is he commits fully when he does it.
Yes. Yeah. It's a pretty thrust at the end with his
Yeah,
end
you
form
really-
is-
You really have to get the whole blade at the strong between you and him so he can't make that, and it makes it a lot harder to pull some of the moves that a lot of us like to.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Sounds like you hit my signal.
And because of how dedicated you have to be to that parry, it's going to make a lot of counters a little bit less easy.
True. You have to commit more to your parry, which means you can't repose as well.
Yep. Now, one thing you might be able to do is then modify it into a counter thrust that tries to take him onto the weak edge of his blade. So if you step around the backside and then counter thrust just as committed,
Yeah.
that might be able to
Mm-hmm.
discourage at least that technique being quite as frequent then.
True.
There you go. There you go. Mm-hmm. So you're just keeping him at bay.
He's just circling me right now.
Yeah, he's trying to find your way in.
Yeah, and by keeping your blade dancing away from when he tries to do that strong offline press,
Now, did you catch what
preventing him
happened
from being
there,
able to do that.
Yeah.
I missed that just a little bit.
I'm gonna go back to that real quick. So this is really nice. He actually caught my blade, spun it in about a 720, and then got my wrist.
Nice.
Just that envelopment. It's crazy.
Yeah, well done.
I can't use it.
Good.
Ryan.
Right. No. Yeah.
That was a good hit.
That was a good hit.
You know what I'm talking about, Alec. Right in the brachial plexus where he got me.
Oh.
So for us computer folk, is that like the
Arm go numb a little bit there?
fly unit?
It wasn't that bad, but
Ooh.
stung a little.
Enough that makes you take a pause.
Just needed a minute.
There you go. Underneath.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Very nice snap out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the equipment you can have is your cup.
One
Yep.
thing,
Everyone wear a cup,
one
please.
thing Ryan made
Oh, yeah.
out of Beskar on his armor.
Protective gear is the one thing you should never skimp on.
Nice. Chicco. Woo!
Oh.
Nice.
Yep. Dunk.
Nice.
Oof. Slip and slide.
Half split.
It's a good follow up, but nice.
Just ranged out.
Yeah, Ryan, you're really able to make that low guard
I'm Chicco.
to make them think you're coming up and over and then coming back under work really well for you.
Yeah.
Come on. What are you doing? Leave him alone. Oh, wow. You must have hit your blade hard enough that it warped.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good job.
Very nice. Woo! Ryan.
Well done. Well done. Good job.
Very well done.
Ah. Those blades look pretty. Mm-hmm.
One. Two. Fight. 2-1.
Hand sniping is not always exciting, but dang, can it really make people change how their strategies plays.
Right. Right.
2-2.
Well, it's the closest part to you.
Really
Yep.
is.
I saw Ryan on that one. 3-2.
I was gonna say that was a pretty good entrance with that
Yeah.
block to thrust.
Nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
4-2.
Timed that well.
Fight.
Excellent after timing.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw Vince on that one. Good
Yeah.
show.
Just
3-4.
under.
Fight. That's exactly what you're talking about, by the way.
Mm.
3-5. Fight! 3-6. Fight!
Posture on that was really good.
Yep.
That was an interesting exchange. I thought that I hit him in the head on the first swing, but apparently I missed that, and he hit me in the wrist. Then I came down and hit him in the leg. It was just all lightning.
4-6. Oh, you definitely. Great honor. Fight!
Yes. Like that, hitting that blade. Just tack it. Good. Oof.
4-7.
Way to thrust right in.
Good timing.
Fight! Hesitation, my friend. 4-8.
Vince,
Fight!
did you follow it in? Yeah. Oof. Ah, there it is.
4-9.
Very nice.
Fight! I saw it. Nice. 5-9. Fight!
Poke, poke, poke.
That was nice. Just
That was
tipped it on
really
my head.
Yeah, just timed that in.
6-9. Fight! Let's see.
Mm. Well done.
Very good.
Good job.
For these, I was trying to work on my defense a little bit more with the last two fights.
Fight!
Yeah, it's never the ideal scenario. You come up into a match that you think you can do offense in, and you end up having to completely switch. So it's absolutely vital to have that practice in.
Yep. And especially against Chicco. Defensively, it's just you need that strong. You need a strong defense game.
Fight is ready. Fight!
Ooh. Good, good.
Nice. Fight!
Hmm?
Couldn't see. I couldn't see your hit on him. Fight!
Wow, really?
Yep.
Wow. Moved up for it.
That's why I like Chicco. Oh. Chicco, keep your blade active. Keep moving.
Nice.
There you go. Oh, look at that.
Excellent use of that circle.
No. Woo!
There
Nope.
you go.
Yep. See, and then thrust it. If he's turning around, thrust in. Wow.
Yeah, coming around that back edge of the blade, really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I
Ooh,
just saw that just slide up.
that
just
was nice and delicate.
cut his wrist.
Yeah, Ryan, I like that you're switching very fluidly between the big Molinees and into the tiny, tiny little subtle movements like that. It's going to make it really hard for people to counter the game because you can change it so easily.
Definitely.
I actually prefer those more subtle movements myself.
Yeah, they're tricksy.
The tricksy, you conserve your energy.
Yeah.
Gordon, when you're old like me.
Looks like it's still wrapped.
Especially for like long tournaments where you're fighting a lot of consecutive fights.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Energy conservation really stacks up by the end of the day.
Come on.
Or the new SMAF rule sets that we tried out, that we played with. Those, was it 5 3-minute rounds?
Yep.
Ah, good footwork. Right.
Chicco's definitely moving his feet around a lot more. I'm liking that.
Chicco,
Looks like he's trying to counter you with that longer
looks like it.
single hand.
Oh shit!
That's good.
But he actually won that one. So, yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. Good job, Chicco.
Oh yeah.
Well done. Well done. Those were really nice.
Extremely impressed with him. For the past 3 weeks, he has. He was already a very athletic, very good fighter, but now he's learning to be a smart fighter.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. And as he
it's
begins
a huge step in the game.
Yeah. As he begins to learn to do some more lateral movements, press the attack from the right, press the attack from the left, and cut in some different angles and things, he's just going to be dangerous. It's just going to be fun to watch. It's fun to watch. So
yeah, he's already working really well with that efficiency of movement.
So I'd be interested
the
in hearing
matches.
Yeah,
the hard part, but the fun part.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be interested in hearing from the Western martial arts stuff what you saw, especially for Chicco and stuff. But what were you reading there, especially with like Vince and stuff?
So just watching how their movement plays, one of the first things I usually look for is how they're engaging in terms of if you imagine their blade actually has an edge on it, like the true edge being the cutting edge, where are they aligning that on their attacks? Because one of the things that Chicco was doing really well was he was attacking what would have been then your back edge of the blade, which makes it harder for you to bring your wrist back up. And it also exposes a bunch of weak points to the back of your forearm as you do so. And so he has really good understanding, it looks like, of how to time it so he can hit that back edge as he attacks. And it's really using that line very well. And then if you can combine that with the lateral steps he started to move in there, which would be something more akin to like the Cereza, or something out of Eskrima, you're going to get that nice combination of efficiency of movement along with the blade control. And that's going to, just like you said, it's going to continue to make things nice and deadly as you figure out which side of your opponent to attack.
And that's actually a lot of the footwork that he's been working on has been the Eskrima and then boxing footwork. So he has a bunch of drills to do.
Yeah.
And then with Vince, one of the things he does really well is fluidly changes his hands in terms of which hand is at the base pommel. Like I said, he's not falling into that trap that a lot of people have is if they're two-handing it, their right hand is going to be right at the Suba, and if they're going to one-hand it, they're going to switch it down to the pommel. He does a very good job of making it look like he has made that switch to a two-handed right hand and then still snapping out. But that if he holds it there too long, he got caught a couple times where it came to what would have been the inside line because he forgot to make the switch to which side was his inside line. And it's just like, actually, you're a foil fencer, so you probably know that little secret of fighting a lefty is just remembering that they have a different inside line than you're used to.
Exactly,
And then when you're fighting fluidly like that, you then have to remember to make that same change in your own head.
Otherwise, you won't the defense. Yeah, yeah,
It's like, oh shoot.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do when you're changing from one-handed to two-handed very smoothly like that, as remembering where your lines are as you make those changes.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Yep. This was very fun. I appreciate your insights very much. And can we find you on different socials and your groups? Yeah.
Yeah, I think the group I'm most active in is Saber Legion, and I'm taking a short hiatus right now while my schedule gets worked out, but part of the the Kyber Nights down here in Florida, we decided to for one tournament, I'll show up dressed as Power Rangers, and the Kyber Red Ranger kind of stuck. And that's my social media page for anybody who's been looking through. I know Chicco actually uses that for some of his studying, and picks my brain once in a while on the stuff that I'll post there. Otherwise, it's all just nonsense posted on YouTube.
Good for you. Good for you. Because that's what we like to do, is post nonsense on YouTube. Yeah, so follow him, guys, on all of those.
Yeah, Kyber Red Ranger is going to be the easiest place to find me over on Facebook.
Cool. All of us on Saberlight Nights, as well as Kai Sabers and let's see, Wrath Sabers, Smokey's Armory, Chubby Dog Coffee,
Mando Core.
Mando Core. Love the Mando Core guys. Those guys are great. So thank you guys very much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me. You have a good one.
Thank you all.